This video is going to be many things, my friend. A Nikon 26mm 2.8 review, coupled with ranting about Nikon switchers lately, the fair weather friends, and other stuff that I forget.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So we're on it. The pinnacle of vlogging, apparently. This is the lens that determines everything. Will I buy the ZR because I'm so blown away with this, but with red color science, that giant screen, I'd be like, oh my God, yeah, and it's a bit lighter. So we're wide open right now, 2.8 N-Log, red LUTs perhaps, I don't know, I'll make that decision later. And a lot of people, I do believe, are going to be switching into Nikon now that they have a somewhat ZVE1 killer, kind of, with the red LUTs, raw footage, we all need that. Even though this looks better in standard 8-bit, if I'm being honest with you. But this could be the ultimate travel setup, just bringing this. For example, I just went to Ottawa to film that wedding. All I brought was my DJI Pocket 3 and then the wedding setup, which is separate. I'm not going to a wedding every time I travel. So it was okay. When I was outside, I was like, yeah, that looks pretty good. I can go for runs and make some trippy, super hyper colored running trail movements. I don't know what that is. It's a genre. But when I got home and I start filming, like, because I was making a what I eat in a day video, and I'm inside and it just looks like utter trash. And there was many moments where it didn't record my audio. Something just like, it recorded in body instead of my lav mic. So a lot happening over here. Don't you know I'm in my own bedroom and I deserve my privacy? You bunch of loud jabrones. How's the Nikon stabilization as we hurry away from the loud people? So like, several clips had like terrible audio. I'm like, why isn't it recording my lav mic? And one of them like kicked into the lav mic after like 10 seconds. And I'm like, you're glitchy, China. I'm not a fan. So you bring a mirrorless. This is actually lighter than any Micro Four Thirds setup with real slow motion specs. Be real with yourself. So like my G9 II with Leica 9mm, if I get that, would be heavier than this. And Fuji 18mm 22 lightest lens on are still heavier than this setup. Not the Z6 III, but the ZR would be. So my thought was this setup could be the ultimate thing for slow motion street videography as well as this bullshit. Let us sing a new song together, made in Ableton Live, and for those who hate my music, I will talk to you further about Nikon in an echoey fashion.
So you may have noticed that a lot of the shill douching scrubs have switched over to Nikon. It's not that I don't trust them, it's just that they do smell like rat meat skewers. And Nikon executives, they wear pink puffy pirate shirts. I've seen them do it. So you're gonna notice some things when you switch over to Nikon. They're not gonna be the same. Not what you're used to, that's for sure. Trust me, this counts as music. You see, if you shoot Sony, you're gonna be in focus but ugly. That's a problem. Canon, also in focus. Beautiful, but oh no. RF lenses. There's your downfall. Can you even afford one? Unlikely. If you shoot Fuji, you're probably not in focus either. But at least you'll look nice in front of your mom, who's disappointed in you, by the way. Yeah, not like the girl that just walked by. You like how I timed that? It wasn't a girl. That's a problem. That's what you get for recording this thing in advance of seeing the footage. That's a problem. So like Nikon, they're not bad. Not the best stabilization, that's for sure. Or the best autofocus. Really, they're not the best at anything. So you might ask yourself, why would you switch to Nikon if they're not good at any one thing? There's not really an answer to that, so just be happy with what you've done. You spent money and it was wrongly placed. And you're
Oh, the cuteness. The cuteness of the little 13-incher. It's still going. Why aren't you validating? Come on. Oh, Max suck. Oh, really? Oh, really? Where's my sunshine? You bunch of giant beasts. Oh, I'm just gonna block out the sun, Mr. Burns. No, thank you. I see a sliver of hope, if you don't mind me being backlit. How's the flare control? Because I have a glimmer glass on the end of the filter. That's weird. That could be creating some terrible things. Deal breakers? Anyone? That guy almost killed me. I didn't even notice it. I was paying attention to flares instead of my own life. Looks dark. We're at 5.6 now, by the way. I think it's wide enough to be GoPro-like and you can see the scenes of your town. You could have something. There could be people touring your city, unknowing that they're just paying to be in traffic. Ah, that's a bitch. How much does it cost to be in traffic these days? $7? What a steal. But when it comes to everybody switching to Nikon, I think, like, why wouldn't you? This could be your only system. Couldn't it be? What's wrong with it? Best color science for some. There's a lot that not great stabe, not the best autofocus, but somewhat reliable both. And the best lenses, best modern lenses, and now the best screen. There's a lot to love, and a bunch of shill tubing whores are gonna, oh, I'm switching to Nikon, bro. I'm kind of with you. He has a camcorder, a big camera. Why are you doing that, sir? Don't you know mirrorless exists? Doesn't he know that? He doesn't know it. It looks heavy, but my footage is superior, even though it's lighter. Get a real job. Get a real job. This lens is supposed to have the pop. I will find a scene to demonstrate it for you. Oh, wow. That is the worst shot I have ever managed to fail to produce for you. I must apologize. And the other problem is the audio is probably not very good, and I have to actually notice that my cord is too short. She told me that once, and he's ad-libbing right now over his voice, but he doesn't remember what he said. So that's kind of the problem, that it's a good shot, but when you don't know lighting, it doesn't look good. And your whole show is a bullshit lie, and you should just go home now because no one's learning anything, and it's a good lens. Okay, now we're in standard color science. Just normal 10. We were in RAW this whole time. Almost guarantee you that this looks better. He's running. Did I miss him? Oh God, he turned. Oh, I did not anticipate that. You damn runners with your moves. Damn you straight to hell. Not even running through my shot. Most runners die of a heart attack while running, by the way. Calm down. It's okay. So Nikon is it's growing on you. It's almost like it's the best overall system when you factor in everything from modern lenses that are good and light and cheap. Mentioning cheap, Canon RF mount. You can have some third lenses. That's what those are called. Viltroxes. Like, they make them for Nikon. It's pretty good. It's like if you don't move much, the stabe's not bad. I've probably been in autofocus most of the time. That's how you also say that. By the way, I've been getting comments saying I look like some guy, Gary Friedman, or is it Lex Friedman? I don't remember the name of your stupid video game character. That's not me. I don't dress like a video game guy. I have dignity. I will not become you. I think it's kind of weird that you have to go up to full frame to get the lightest vlogging setup. That's stupid. But that's the world we live in, and you might as well do this. Like, if you're just slow walking, I think, like, who cares about Panasonic level stave? You're just an old man trying to reach your goals in life. Nikon's your choice. You got so many lenses. There's like 5 poppy modern lenses, all light and cheap. Not all of them. 35mm and 50mm 1.4 primes. They're not light or cheap, but the other 3 are. We'll take that to the bank. And this one, while loud and annoying, you might have something. That's one of Nikon's biggest downfalls, is dynamic range still, in my opinion. Even though some charts are suggesting red raw is better, I'm not so sure, but I see a lot of clipping things, and whenever I'm grading this N-Log footage, trying to lift some shadows up into my heart, they're like crushed. It's weird grading it. It's like when you're moving the highlights down, it's not right. It's like, oh, that, you can never get it to look right. Whereas grading Fuji, that's fun times, but I can see a world where Nikon takes over. They were dead on arrival, in my opinion. When the Z6 III came out, that was their effort. He's so side-litten right now. Is the 28 too much or too much fun for you? Are you overstimulated? Close your eyes, young one. But in my opinion, Z6 comes out and it was like, what the hell was that? And it took them a long ass time. It wasn't until this camera did they finally get a flippy screen for scrubs. And now they're like in the conversation at least. But then the ZR takes it up a notch and they're appealing to us color grading film looking Nazis. We suck at our jobs, but we could look nice while doing them, even though Toronto is the city of shade and there's no sun pierced through the hopeless office buildings. Oh, he's doing a slow motion street videography. Nice. There's that long of a lineup for tea. It's just tea. How could it be that good? There's milk in it. The cool thing about this setup though is potentially this could also double as the studio cam. Let us now go home. I will look over all this footage and tell you my opinion. Is this the ultimate setup? Replacing the Z6 III with the ZR, obviously. Affiliate links will be available to you. Flares and glimmer glass technology is accepted. Not bad, Nicky boy. In my opinion, you belong with the top 9 at least camera companies. You have your spot there on the shelf. Not a blue shelf like mine. You suck at your job. Now you might be disappointed with the 2.8 at home in your living room. Can't blur out my background, but if you darken it to all hell, who's gonna notice anything? It's basically blurry, kind of. That looks bad. So here are the cons I noticed today. The stabilization. Have I seen more stable footage from a drunk orangutan? I have, but it's doable. And if you are careful, it's pretty good. It's not bad. The flares, they were flare-like. They kind of ruined a lot of my shots, if I'm being honest with you. And that was my biggest wonder, because you have this lens hood that does almost nothing. And then I put the filter on top of it. So it's the frontest piece is the filter. I don't know, man, it creates a lot of problems. When it comes to the 26mm focal length for street videography, it's okay. It's not my favorite thing in the world. That's why I really like cameras that crop in for their slow-mo if you can do it in a good way. That's why like Fuji might still be my favorite, because it's like 38% crop for HD 240. And it's like you can have a wide lens and then boom, cinematic crop. As long as you're doing it good, that's a life hack. But you could totally just have this. I could totally live with just this set if it was the ZR. Let's be real with you. Then it's a little lighter and we're cool. Then we get some red color science. I like the standard. That's what we're in now, 100 ISO. So like this could be your all-encompassing setup. Maybe you bring the 40mm Tony 2 with you. You could do that. So 2 lenses, super light, somewhat budget. This one's a bit more pricey, but still cheap. You could do worse. But if I was traveling, like I'm planning on going to Florida or somewhere warmer this winter for like a month. So I just want to bring something light to, this is like what I would be in Thailand with, dreaming about just this. Like that's my only mirrorless, only lens. It's just when I moved back here, then I got obsessed with the ton. And you know those lights I had, the Christmas lights? Those are an addiction because that measures your ton. And then you see it's like, oh, I don't know. And then you try 1.2 and then the balls get bigger. Yeah, they swell up. And it's not like a prostate infection. It's a glorious thing and it's a good time. So like removing them might have cured me from any needs for anything. The only thing I do need is to replace this bullshit camera with a ZR, but it's gonna take a while till I see a used deal that's normally priced. Nikon is known to lower their prices after a while anyway, so once they lower it and I see a used deal based on that lowering and it's an exceptional deal on top of it, then we do that and sell this and then okay, we have a vlogging setup. I don't know that you even replaced my Fuji APS-C if I'm being honest with you. You're pretty damn good though. It's not bad. So to sum it up, I have just switched into N-Log against my better judgment. It looks overexposed as hell, but the waveform, everything's crushed down here, so I clearly still don't know how to expose Nikon. It's a problem. It's a big problem in my life. I like Nikon. You have a place. I would rather have this than a Sony pretty much anything now. Canon, I still feel your colors are a bit better, a little more polished on that autofocus. You have a lot of potential, but you withhold stuff and you have no lenses coming. You have to use old, heavy, clunky EF glass, which is the glorious stuff, but you wouldn't vlog with the damn thing. Who else is there? Fuji, not very polished. I don't know, man, but the colors, I kind of prefer it. So like you're up there with Fuji in my list. Penny Boy, I don't know, I might prefer Penny Boy with a 9mm Leica. Oh my God. It'd be wider and I wouldn't need a tripod. I'm not sure I loved the 26mm focal length. It's like too tight, but not tight enough. I don't know. I'm not happy and I never will be. That's all we know for sure, but you could get by. You could do worse. We're in HD, by the way. That's fine. Stuff's available. Bitcoin links for stuff. It's somewhat recommended. There's people in my hallway. That's just time to leave. I'll go. There's a blue light back there. Subscribe for more.